Hey guys, today I'm going to show you what's in my work bag, and I'm going to pack my brand new Nomad Lane Origami Tote. So I had actually just replaced my old work tote in March of 2020, and I carried it to work exactly one time before my office closed, but it was always meant to be kind of a short-term solution. I just needed to replace my old bag kind of quickly. So I got kind of a cheapy like faux leather bag, and it's sat under my desk at home for the last 2 years, but our office may be reopening soon, and in the future, our office is going from like everyone has their own desk and cubicle to more of like an open, flexible workspace. And so I think it will be even more important to have a really good bag, since I'll probably be kind of living out of it and like moving around between different spaces and not really having as much space of my own with like a fully stocked desk. So I was kind of already thinking about replacing this, temporary work bag. So you might have heard of the brand Nomad Lane before, because a couple years ago they came out with the bento bag, which is like a duffel bag that unfolds like a suitcase, and it's like the right size to use as a carry-on bag on airplanes. So last year in a Facebook group that I'm in, somebody was asking for recommendations for a nice work tote, and the Nomad Lane Origami Tote came up. It sounded interesting, and at that time it was just being launched by an Indiegogo campaign. It's kind of like a Kickstarter campaign if you haven't heard of that before. So I found the campaign, I backed it, and I will say the Indiegogo like overall process of doing this campaign was a little confusing. There was a few hiccups. I'm not the only person that had problems, and I think it was due to the global supply chain issues and shipping issues that caused delays and errors. So like I did eventually get my bag, but I think whatever first one they might have sent me was lost, and it was a very long process. Now you can just go on the Nomad Lane website and buy whatever bag you want, but I bought this as an initial funder of their project, and so there was a few little hiccups in there. So this bag has a million cool features, but the main things are that it has a ton of very useful pockets all throughout the bag, and that it converts between a tote, a crossbody bag, and a backpack. And if you have seen any of my other videos, you know that I love anything that's convertible. So the dimensions of the bag are 12 inches high, 8 inches wide across the base, 13 inches wide across the top, and the drop of the main tote handles is 9 inches. And I will say it actually feels larger inside than I expected once I got it in person, and I think it's because the base is actually very wide. I don't actually have the dimensions of this, but you can see it's like a pretty wide across base. Also, it has little feet, which I always say are the mark of a good quality bag. It's actually made of a weather-resistant nylon fabric that's made from recycled plastic bottles. The straps and all the leathery looking parts are vegan leather, and I chose the Jet Set black color with gunmetal hardware. There was also a Positano plum option available if you back the campaign. My old work bag was a dark purple, and I got lots of nice compliments on it because it was just something a little bit different. So I almost went with the plum color, but I'm glad I didn't, because now seeing it, it's really more of like a very bright, almost magenta pinkish color. So I'm glad I went with the black. It's probably going to be available in other colors at some point. I've already seen on the website that there's a black with gold hardware option, and then the black with gunmetal, and then the plum. So first I wanted to show the converting straps, because I just think that's so cool. So again, I kind of have all of the straps on right now, but you can take them off and remove them and change them. So the main straps that are always on it are the tote straps, just to wear it over your shoulder like a shoulder bag. Then there is also a crossbody strap, and I'll say that most or a lot of work totes that I've had often come with a crossbody strap option, a removable strap. So nothing new here so far. Also, this strap is adjustable, and the backpack straps are adjustable. So now the backpack straps are so cool. So there's actually these little D-rings at the bottom of the bag that they like tuck inside this little pocket. So actually when people started receiving their bags, they were like, how do I use the backpack? You have to pull these little D-rings out when you're using them. And then there's another little D-ring up here at the top, and you clip on these two separate backpack straps. And now it becomes a backpack. So it's like, it's kind of a weird looking backpack, but it converts to that. So especially like if you're walking around, if you're in a city, that's a pretty cool option. And they are like nicely padded. Same with the shoulder strap. There's like a wide kind of padded section. So they're very nice straps. It's not like they just put in, you know, some piece of string or, you know, like a flat piece of leather. And then the pockets are the other part that's so cool. So there is a dust-proof laptop sleeve. It's actually lined with like this fleecy kind of material, so it's padded. I almost didn't find this pocket at first because the zipper here kind of blended in with the zippers in the other main pocket. So then in the main pocket, it's mostly just one big open space, but there's also some internal pockets in here. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see, but there's a big mesh pocket down one side that you could put like a bottle or an umbrella. And then on this side, inside, there's a mesh pocket with a zipper and a fabric pocket with a zipper. There's also kind of a fat pen loop. I don't know what I would call this. It's too big for a pen, but it's a fat elastic loop. And then there's also like a regular pen-sized pen loop. And then on the other side, there's two just open kind of stretchy mesh pockets, and then one larger fabric pocket that velcros shut. And then on the side, there's this kind of waterproof lined pocket that would be good for putting a bottle or maybe like a wet umbrella in, so it won't, you know, transfer water to all your other stuff inside the bag. And then on the front here, right under the Nomad Lane logo, there's a little zipper pocket that's kind of, the zipper's hidden behind this little like flap cover, so it's a little bit more secure. And then on the back, I guess maybe I should take these straps off for the time being. On the back, there is a trolley sleeve, so you can put it, you know, over the handle of your rolling luggage. And hidden inside that sleeve is another zippered pocket. So these kind of, you know, hidden pockets are a good place to put like your phone or your ID or a passport or something that you like need quick access to. You don't want it to get lost, like buried down deep in a bag. You know, the pockets are small, so it's going to be up high and easily reachable, but it's like a little bit more hidden and secure. And I think that's all of the pockets. I know that originally there was supposed to be like a magnetic closure pocket, and maybe like the inside pockets were a little bit different layout. Obviously that changed from the time that they, you know, planned the bag until it was actually made. But overall, you know, I'm not a huge fan of having tons of different pockets and slots and things, because I like to kind of organize things myself. But I think that these are going to be really good, useful pockets. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on to the what's in my current work bag portion, and then I'll repack everything into the new bag and we'll see how that works. So inside my current work bag, of course, there is my laptop, and I will be carrying my planner, notebook, and I always seem to be carrying some stack of papers, so probably some of this I could probably stand to lose, but these are things that I've like taken notes on and stuff, so let's just assume I'm always gonna have some kind of papers with me. This is actually a spare shopping bag, which I've had in my work bag for years. I probably don't need it in my work bag because I usually always carry one in my purse, and I will say this work bag doesn't include like every item that I would want with me throughout the day, because I am also planning to carry my actual handbag that has like my wallet, my personal cell phone, you know, hand lotion, like all those kind of personal things that I would carry whether I was at work or anywhere else. But anyway, I've always had this reusable shopping bag in case I went somewhere after work and like hadn't brought my own shopping bags. So I guess it's good to keep. And then I have one pencil and one pen that I had in the little pencil slots in here. And I have my work phone and my work badge. So those will have to be handy in the new bag. And then I'm pretty sure this is the last thing that's in here. This is actually a cosmetics bag, I think, that I had gotten at Bed Bath & Beyond a long time ago to keep all of my like cords and other extra stuff together. So I have my cord for my laptop, my mouse for my laptop, this little extra dongle thing, which I think we probably don't even need anymore, but it was like to connect your laptop to the projector in certain conference rooms. I don't think we need those anymore. This is a Ethernet cable, like a network cable, a portable one. I don't know, again, I mean, we've got pretty good Wi-Fi around the building, so I don't know if I'll need that, but I guess it's good to have if you ever go somewhere with no Wi-Fi. This is like a little, you know, microfiber screen cleaner cloth that I must have gotten as a freebie somewhere. And then there's just some random little things in here. So there's a USB drive, which I actually can't use with my laptop anymore, so that's kind of pointless. A couple extra batteries for my little mouse, and a couple more pens, like free pens that I picked up places. And these are my, forget what they call these. They're like solid highlighters. Like they're not liquid ink, they're actually like a solid kind of clear crayon. I think these are so cool because they don't bleed through paper. So I actually love highlighting stuff with these. So I think that's everything, but before I pack all this into the new bag, I just wanted to demonstrate because the Nomad Lane laptop sleeve says that it fits laptops up to 16 inches, which I know will fit my work computer. What I'm curious about is if it will fit my personal computer, which is humongous. So I am doubtful, but it's actually like a pretty big size sleeve. No, okay, it won't quite fit. All right. Okay, so let me just get started with packing my work items. So I'll start with my laptop, which again is much smaller. It fits right in there, no problem. And then I'm gonna try to do away with that black cosmetics pouch and use some of these inner pockets to organize my computer stuff instead. So maybe like in the, let me do this. In the larger zippered pocket, I'm gonna put this cord and my mouse, because those are probably the things I would need most often. And then maybe in this other zippered pocket, I'll put like these other little small cables and the USB and the cleaner wipe. And like I said, there's this kind of weirdly large pen loop. I'm actually gonna put my pen and pencil into that loop and use the little clips on them to clip it onto the loop. So it doesn't matter that the pen loop is weirdly oversized because they'll just hold themselves in place. And then maybe in this other pocket that's just held shut with Velcro, I'll put these other pens and highlighters. And I also need a place for my phone and my ID that's very safe. So I think actually I'm gonna use this front zippered pocket to hold both of them. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's a little keychain in here too. So actually that, if the little clip of my ID badge hadn't broken off, it might be a good idea to clip it onto this, and then like when I came to the office, you have to badge in. I could just kind of hold my bag near the badge swiper on my way into the building. And then finally there's my stack of random papers that I probably don't need, but whatever. And my planner. And we'll throw in that bag also. And here we go, all packed up. So here's how it is fully loaded. It's very comfortable to carry. The straps, I think, are a good length and they do a good job of distributing the weight. But of course there's also the crossbody and the backpack options. So my final thoughts, obviously I haven't had a chance to use this yet in real life, hopefully soon, right? Hopefully we'll be back in the office. But my opinions might change as I start using this, but thus far, it packs really nicely. There's certainly plenty of extra space. I didn't bring in, for example, like a water bottle, which I could have put in that side pocket, an umbrella, if it's a rainy day. It's actually a rainy day today, so I would usually toss an umbrella in my bag. Sometimes, I might have like extra equipment. There's been times when I've had 2 laptops that could certainly hold all of that for sure. I will say I wish they had done something different with the straps. So you're either like using the same strap for all the different functions, or there's like a specific place inside the bag that the straps go, because otherwise you have these 3 extra strap pieces with you if you want to be able to convert the bag on the go. Right now I've removed all the extra straps. Here's all the extra parts. So if I wanted to, have the option to switch into one of these, I'd have to like keep all of these stored inside the bag while I'm using it. But yeah, everything fits pretty well. It's, like I said, comfortable to carry. The one thing I will say, and maybe I just have to play around with the placement of things, but it seems like having some heavier items inside these pockets kind of like drags down the front of the bag, the side of the bag. It's still standing on its own, but it's sort of slouched down to one side. So maybe just needs a little reconfiguring of how I would pack everything. I will say one other thing is that when I backed the campaign, it was kind of a lot. And by backing the campaign, you were like saving a certain amount off what they said was going to be the retail of the bag. Doing the math now that it actually is available for retail, I don't think that I saved the percentage that they had advertised. So basically what I'm saying is, by being an early supporter, I didn't really save that much more money than it would cost to just buy it regular now that it's available for everyone. But I think I saved a little bit. So they're not like super cheap bags, but it is very nice quality and very thoughtfully made, and has a lot of nice features, and hopefully will last for a long time. So if you are a Nomad Lane fan and you've tried the origami bag, or if you've used the bento bag, I would love to hear from you and what you think about the bags and the company. Or if you're looking for a new work tote, maybe this is the solution. So again, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you carry in your work bag. Am I carrying too much stuff? Am I too minimal? Do you work in an open office environment, and do you have any tips about how I should be packing my stuff, because I'm probably just going to be living out of this in the future? Let me know. I would love to hear from you, and thank you for watching. Bye.